Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This flow is all about hips and hamstrings, so we'll get deep into our hamstrings as well as our hip rotators and hip flexors. So go ahead and begin. Take your knees wide, we're seated on our heels here. Round press your back, and inhale, open your chest forward. Exhale, round back. And inhale, open towards the front of the room. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And as you move here, begin to tune into your own body, totally move at your own pace. Anything I'm doing on screen is always a suggestion for you. So take these videos as a suggestion to your practice and always do what feels good to your body. Exhale and press back. Inhale and open forward. Keep the knees wide. Take the hands in front. And we'll begin to draw a big circle counterclockwise with our hips. So press on over to the right side through center to the left and hips back towards the heels, circling through child's pose. Continue and hold at the back of your mat. Switch directions, moving clockwise now. Press your hips to your left, through center, to the right, and to the back. And totally make this movement yours. Do what feels good to your body. We're just warming up a little bit here. Getting our hips moving, body moving. Feeling good. And press back, sink into your child's pose for a moment. As you inhale, hinge the hips forward, and exhale, press back to child's pose. Inhale forward and press back. Actively pressing your hips towards your heels. Inhale forward and exhale back. Forward and back. Forward and back. One more time, lean forward, tuck your toes and press your hips up towards the sky. Take a downward facing dog. Walk out side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Start to warm up into your hamstrings. So inhale, lift high on the toes. And exhale, press the heels down a little closer. Press your chest actively towards your thighs. Inhale, lift the heels. And exhale, heels come down. No need to force them all the way to the floor. Lift up and lower. Up and lower. Walk out a little side to side. And go ahead and walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take a forward fold at the top of your mat. Little bend through the knees. And hold at opposite elbows. Allow your head, your neck, your shoulders to release here. Tune back into your breath and your body. If it feels good to rock out left and right while you're warming up into your hamstrings, do that. Begin to drop your hips towards your heels and extend your legs long. So drop towards the heels and extend, lengthen. Continue this motion. Every time you send your hips high, straighten a little bit more through your knees. So bend and stretch the hamstrings. Bend and stretch. Continue here, bending and extending Really breathe deeply. Inhale as you lower the hips towards the heels, and exhale as you pull that stretch into the hamstrings. Take one more. Send your hips high. Hold here. Bring your hands to the tops of your shins. Flatten your back as much as you can and press your hips towards the back wall. Really getting deep into your hamstrings here. Press, press, press. Breathe deeply. And begin to shift the weight forward and towards your toes and backwards towards your heels. So just little movements. All we're doing is shifting the weight here, and you'll feel a deeper stretch through the backs of your legs. Deep breath in, and exhale, fold forward. Begin to walk your hands to the outside of your left foot. Through center and to the outside of your right. Find your way back to center. Take a deep bend in the knees again, and as you exhale, take your hands around the backs of your legs and pull yourself a little bit closer. Deepest stretch in the hamstrings yet. Take one more of those, bend deeply, pull yourself a little closer. Bending and pulling. Hold here, pull a little tighter. Continue to breathe. And exhale, bring both hands in front of you. Keep your left foot forward, step your right foot back like you're going towards a low lunge. Hold here for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, straighten out that front leg. Try to keep your legs or your hips as square as possible. And exhale, bend into the front knee. Straighten out both legs and bend into that front knee. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Hold here. Go ahead and drop your back knee. Keep your back toe tucked. Sit up nice and tall. The hands will come to the top of your left knee. As you exhale, sink lower into this low lunge. Should feel a good stretch across your right hip flexor and quad here. If it feels all right, take some little pulses as you sink deeper into the stretch. Only if it feels okay, otherwise just hold here. Find some stillness. Exhale, press your hips back towards the back wall. Come back forward towards that low lunge and use your left hand to press your knee out towards the side. Back to center and the hips come back. So you lunge forward, the left knee comes out to the left, open the hip, back to center, and send the hips back, hamstring stretch. Lunge forward, open the hip, knee back to center, and shoot the hips back. Continue here, forward, open the hip, knee in, hips back, forward, open the hip, pull your knee back to the midline, shoot the hips back. One more time, hinge forward, open the hip, back to the midline and hold here. Take both hands to center and toe heel your left foot out a little more to the left. And keep it so the left knee stays aligned right over the ankle. Hold here. Find as flat of a back as possible here. If you find your back is rounding a lot, take your hands to a block or anything that can help prop you up a little higher. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and set it down. Lift your right knee and set it down. Right knee up and down. A couple more here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hold here. Toe heel your left foot more towards the left. So you look over your left shoulder here. Option to bring your right hip down closer to the ground. This is a very intense stretch. You may feel an opening through the outside of your left hip as well as your right side body. Go ahead and make your way back to center. Square off your hips again. Shoot your hips back. Forward, tuck your back toe and bring both feet together. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Take a deep bend in your knees, straighten the legs, pull yourself a little closer. Bend in the knees, straighten the legs a little closer. Hold yourself here. And we'll start those same stretches on the other side. So step your left foot back, find your low lunge. As you exhale, straighten out that front knee. Inhale, bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Last time, bend. Go ahead and drop your back knee. Keep your back toe tucked. Walk your hands to the top of your right knee and sink low in your low lunge here. If you found the little pulses, the bounces on the other side, go ahead and do them on this side. Go ahead and find some stillness here. Open your right knee out more so to the right and send your hips back. So we'll continue the exercise we did on the other side. We come forward, open the hip, knee back in alignment with the body, and shoot the hips back, hamstring stretch. Open the knee, release, send the hips back. Lean forward, open the knee, and send the hips back. Couple more. Open the knee and send the hips back. Lean forward, open, together, and back. Go ahead and hold yourself forward. Toe heel the right foot a little more out towards your right. Find that nice flat back. Allow yourself to breathe, sink deeply into this runner's lunge. Pick up the back knee and drop it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hold it down. Direct your right foot more so out to the right. Look over your right shoulder and drop your left hip a little closer towards the mat. Return towards center. Toe heel the right foot back into the midline of your body. Shoot your hips back. And step both feet to forward fold the top of your mat. Go ahead and hold here. Keep your left foot forward. Step your right foot back towards a pyramid pose. Bring your weight to your left foot. Shoot your right foot up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips nice and square. And send your hips back. So inhale, come forward, lift the back foot. And straighten out the front leg for a pyramid. Lift, kick the leg high. And pyramid. Lift up, keeping the hips square. Try not to turn out the foot. And lower. Keep the back as flat as you can. Lift and lower. Hold in pyramid. Walk your hands up your shin to find a flat back. Hold for a moment and step your feet together at the top of your mat. And we'll switch sides. So send your left foot back. Kick it up towards the ceiling and send it back down for pyramid. Straighten the front leg. Lean forward. Shoot the left foot high and lower. Send it high and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hold here. Bring your hands to the top of your right shin. Find a nice flat back. Hold for a moment. And step both feet together at the top of your mat. Find your forward fold. Go ahead and step your feet outside of your mat. Take them wide. Hands come in front. Lift your heels. Come up high on your toes. So as we hold here, round through your back as much as you can. And then arch through your back as much as you can. Round, tuck the tailbone under. And arch, press deeper into the stretch. Stay high on your toes. There's an exercise here for your feet. See how you can find some movement in your back. So round and then arch down. Now drop your heels. So round, and as you arch, you can get a little deeper to your hamstrings now. Rounding and arching, pressing through your hamstrings all the way down through your heels. One more round and arch. And go ahead and find some stillness here. If headstand is in your practice and you'd like to practice headstand, now is your chance. Otherwise, hold here in your wide-legged forward fold. If you're taking headstand, clasp your hands behind your head. Again, don't practice this right now if you haven't practiced headstand in the past. I will make another breakdown video of headstand coming up. For now, if you'd like to watch though, go ahead and do that, or pause the video and work on it on your own. If you're in headstand, gently make your way back to your wide-legged forward fold. And once we're all in wide-legged forward fold, press into your hands and bring them out in front of you as if you're taking puppy pose or child's pose. Gently roll all the way up, step your feet back in towards center and back towards down dog. Lift the heels and exhale, press the heels down. Lift them up and press them down. Lift them up and press them down. Hold strong here. Send your left leg high. We'll get a little bit of core work. Pull into the chest and send it back. This time as the knee comes forward, it comes out to the left, taps the left elbow and sends it back. Pull into the chest and sends it back. And since our hips and hamstrings are nice and warmed up, this is a great opportunity to come towards Kundalini 2 in arm balance. So I'll show you that here first, and I'll provide you guys with a link to another video that breaks it down a lot more than this. And then you can come back and do it with me next time, or skip this all together. Totally cool. I think it's fun to throw in some party tricks, or what I like to call them, the fun arm balances and things once we get our flexibility down. But quick tip here, when you come into Kundalini 2, your elbows are actually pressing into your hip bones. So if the left leg is extended, your left elbow will be on the base of your left thigh, and your right elbow will be digging into your right hip bone. So it's a lot more of bone stacking than strength. I'll show one more time on the left side. So left knee comes forward, picks the back leg up, an option to extend towards a split here since we're all nice and stretched out. Jump legs back, and you can move through a chaturanga or make your way to down dog. So if you skip that all together or flopped around on the floor, no worries. It'll come with time, but it's fun to challenge yourself now and then. So if you've been practicing this flow for a while, haven't tried it, maybe now is your time to try. Find your way back to down dog, pull your right knee to chest, shoot it back. Right knee taps the right elbow, shoot it back. Right knee into chest, and shoot it back. Right knee to right elbow, an option to come into your arm balance on this side, driving the left elbow to the left hip bone and sending the left leg high. Keep squeezing through the legs, through the feet, engaging the whole body, meet in down dog. And I'll give you guys an option to try one more time on each side. So send your left leg high, pull your left knee to your right elbow, lift your leg, stay strong. If you want a challenge, you can practice shooting both legs back, land in chaturanga arms. Move through your vinyasa flow, through up dog, through down dog, hold here, other side. Inhale your right leg up high behind you. Right knee to right elbow. Shift your weight forward, find your balance, hold here, stay strong. Maybe you hold a little longer. Find your chaturanga arms, meet in down dog. Drop your knees wide on your mat. Everyone comes to meet in a child's pose. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. Maybe you pause the video and work on those arm balances a little more. Lift up a little bit, just enough to thread the left arm under, so the left shoulder comes down. Stretch out your shoulders. Switch sides, so left arm extends in front, right arm comes under. Return towards your child's pose. If it feels good for you to wiggle out a little left and right there in your hips, work a little deeper, do that. We'll all make our way to our bellies. Send your left knee at a 90-degree angle out towards the side for a half frog. Option 2, press the left arm under for a bit of a twist to open up the muscles of the inner thigh a little more there. Go ahead and switch sides. Left leg extends behind, right knee out to the side. Option to weave your right arm under. Press into that right knee. Return to center, send both legs back, stretch out long on your mat, tap out your feet if that feels good. And that is all I have for you guys in this practice. Thank you for following along with me, and thank you for all your love and support and comments on these videos. If you guys have requests for any flows, definitely let me know. I try to get to every request that I can, and I'll definitely help you out if you have a simple question in the comments. Thank you all. Namaste.